Question number 1 B. Solve the following questions. It carries 4 marks. So here question number 1 B carries 4 marks, and in this question you have 4 questions and you have to attempt all 4 questions. So each question carries 1 mark. So as I told you, for 1 mark minimum 2 steps required. Okay. So let us start the solution. First question. Base of a triangle is 9 and height is 5. Base of another triangle is 10 and height is 6. Find the ratio of areas of these triangles. So here base and height of 2 triangles given, and we have to find the ratio of areas of these triangles. Okay. So as in first lesson, first theorems we studied the ratio of areas of 2 triangles. The ratio of areas of 2 triangles is equal to ratio of product of their base and height. So this property we have to apply here. Okay. So let us first assume the base and height of this triangle as B1 and H1. So start the solution. Let B1 and B2 be base of 2 triangles respectively. H1 and H2 be heights of these triangles respectively. And we have to find the ratio of areas. So for that we assume capital A1, A2 be areas of these triangles respectively. Okay. So we assume this. Okay. So as per the property here, A1 upon A2 is equal to ratio of area of these 2 triangles is equal to ratio of product of base and height. So base and height of first triangle is B1 and H1. So B1 multiplied by H1 upon B2 multiplied by H2. Okay. Equal to, see here, base of first triangle is 9 and height is 5. So here 9 multiplied by 5. Base of another triangle is 10 and height is 6. So upon 10 multiplied by 6. Okay. So for this first step, for this formula, maybe half mark is given. Okay. Now we are simplifying. 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10. 9 and 6 both are divisible by 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6. So therefore A1 upon A2 is equal to 3 1s are 3, 2 2s are 4. So 3 upon 4. So this is the answer. And the final step is write the answer in statement. The question is find the ratio of areas of these triangles. So therefore the ratio of areas of these triangles is, we have to write the answer in ratio form. 3:4. This is the answer. Followed? So for 1 mark question, I first maybe for this formula half mark is given, and for this answer or this answer half mark is given. Followed? So mostly keep the habit to write the answer in statement. Okay? Now question number 2. Two circles having radii 3.5 centimeter and 4.8 centimeter touch each other internally. Find the distance between their centers. Okay. So let first we have to assume the radius of these circles be R1 and R2. And as I suggest you, always the bigger radius assume R1 and smaller radius R2. Let R1 is equal to 4.8 centimeter. R2 is equal to 3.5 centimeter. Circle touches internally. Circles touches internally. So if circle touches internally, the distance between their centers is equal to difference between their radii, means R1 minus R2. Therefore, distance between their centers equal to R1 minus R2. So maybe for this formula half mark is given. Now substitute values 4.8 minus 3.5. Now here 8 minus 5, 3. Now give decimal point. 4 minus 3, 1. Here the unit for radius is given centimeter. So for this distance is also have to give unit centimeter. So the distance between their centers is 1.3 centimeter. So half mark for formula, half mark for this answer. Followed? Sub question number 3. If tan theta equal to 3 upon 4, then find the value of sec theta. The question related to trigonometry. Just now in question number 1a we saw the identity. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. So that identity we have to follow here. Okay. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. So this is identity. Okay. Reason you can write trigonometric identities. Now substitute value 1 plus tan theta is equal to given 3 upon 4. We have to make it square. 3 upon 4 square equal to sec square theta. Therefore 1 plus make square 9 upon 16 equal to sec square theta. Now to add these, we have to follow the rules for rational numbers addition. See here we have to do cross multiplication. 16 ones are 16 plus this 9 upon 16 equal to sec square theta. Therefore 16 plus 9 is equal to 25 upon 16 is equal to sec square theta. Sec square theta equal to 25 upon 16. So to find the value of sec theta, we have to remove square root. So taking square roots. Taking square roots. First write down this side. Sec theta is equal to square root of 25 is 5 and square root of 16 is 4. So sec theta is equal to 5 upon 4. This is the answer. Then write the answer in statement. The value of sec theta. The value of sec theta is 5 upon 4. This is the answer. Followed? Next. Question number 4. Find the distance between the points P minus 1, 1 and Q 5 minus 7. So this type of question also we solved in question number 1A. Distance formula we have to apply. First point is given P. Its coordinate minus 1, 1. So assume this coordinate as x1, y1. Second point is Q. Coordinates 5 minus 7. Assume this coordinate x2, y2. So distance between these 2 points is PQ. PQ is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Reason, write down distance formula. Distance formula. Therefore, PQ is equal to, substitute values, x2 minus x1, 5 minus 1. 5 minus, here x1 coordinate is negative, so write in bracket. 5 minus 1 bracket square plus y2 minus y1 square minus 7 minus 1 square. Therefore, PQ equal to square root. Now this minus becomes plus. So 5 plus 1 is equal to 6 square. Minus 7 minus 1 is minus 8 square. Therefore, PQ is equal to square root of 6 square is 36. 8 square is 64. So PQ is equal to square root of 100. So PQ is equal to 10 units. Square root of 100 is 10. Then write the answering statement. The distance between the points. The distance between the points P minus 1, 1 and Q 5 minus 7 is 10 units. So this is the answer. Followed? So maybe here half mark for this formula and half mark for answer given. In this question also half mark for identity, half mark for answer.